Chris has always been a fierce competitor, and he's very high level, but have you even seen another level to him since he's never been at this point, and there's kind of like maybe a little added pressure?
Well, I kind of doubt it. It's just in the sense of how good he's been. He was that way in college, he was that way at USA basketball. I don't know, through the NBA because we play him, but I've never played him in the playoffs, so I don't know. But you don't get any better competitor than what he is.
A lot of times in a game where your team shows resiliency like that, we might ask you, what did you find out about your team? But because everything they did last night, stuff you knew about these guys already.
Yeah, they've shown it. There was just too many times during the year that we had to dig a little deeper and, back to back, whether it's, flying into Denver at 4 o'clock in the morning and trying to find a way to win and different things of that sort. And I knew they had it, and just glad they're expressing it right now.
There's a lot of that because of the belief they have in each other.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. They're able to get on each other and push each other to higher limits, and it's a good foundation of that. They're all in it together, and they're all important.
Mike, did you do anything in game different? Push any different kind of buttons? Say anything different? Anything that as the game progressed?
I don't say anything. We just talked about the same thing over and over. Probably the only thing, we went to a shorter rotation and just trying to make sure I gauge the guys that they can go that long, and they could, and then we'll see the next game. It all changes. Every game changes a little bit. It has a new face and new problems to face, but I like to go into it like a set thing, but this series you just have to kind of read it.
That rotation that you use, do you expect that's what you'll do?
That's what I'll start, and then we'll see. If guys get tired, we'll have to expand a little bit.
Mm-hmm. If you had to point to one thing that your team has to do in order to win tomorrow, what
score more points or get them to score less. There's just so many things. I mean, they missed open shots at the end of the game. We missed open shots. Who hits big ones? Eric hits a big one. Trevor hits a big one. They missed a couple big ones. It just goes back and forth, and sometimes it's the will of the gods. Sometimes the ball bounces the right way, and you just got to try to do everything you can in your power to win.
Is there any concern with Chris's foot going into tomorrow?
There's always concern, but he said it feels pretty good. So that's all I know. He wouldn't tell me anyway. So we'll know as it goes forward.
Mike, to have this series at 2-2, Game 5 back at home. Obviously, you always do the one game at a time thing, but right. I mean, you guys do know, as obvious it is, you win this one, you're up 3-2. The series for the first time starts to tilt in your favor.
Well, the fifth game is really, really important. And winning 2-2, I mean, that's, I don't know what the percentage. I'm sure Daryl could tell you what the percentage is, and I don't even want to know. But if we got to, as they do, they got to grab this one. But then again, it's not the end of the world. We've shown we can win there. So the next game, we think only about the next game.
At this level of the playoffs, is it crazy because it's just like this is the most important game of the season, and then you win that game, and then everyone's this game is it crazy that every time it's just people say the same things basically? Yeah,
and there's not a whole lot to say. It's just do it. But it's fun because of the importance of each game, each play, each possession, and all that. It makes it great. And then you're right. And then the next game is just as important. But you're not going to, one of the hardest things is to close anybody out. And then we're going to try to get there first. But just to try to win a game is tough. And our guys have been up to the task. We'll just see if we can gather enough emotional and physical energy to meet the challenge.
How much sleep did you get last night?
Not much. But you know what? It's one of those things where I can't wait to get up in the morning.
Mike, to go off topic a little bit, tomorrow the franchise is really going all out and all in for Santa Fe. You and your wife have been involved in a number of charitable activities since you've been here. What do you think about what you're doing, and how meaningful it is to you to see this?
I think it's so much more meaningful than what we do. It's not. I'm just glad that Tillman and the organization and everybody's behind it 100%. And if it moves two or three people to understand, we've got to have some change, it'll be great. But your heart goes out to them and puts you back in reality real quick. And it's just time for something to change. We just can't go on.
You talked about not being tired and being excited to wake up. Do you feel like this is kind of like a turn back the clock thing for you, or you're feeling like it's? I don't know if I'm.
You saying I'm too old? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just asking. Like, sure. You know what I mean? Does it kind of make you feel?
Makes me feel alive. I know that much. It feels good. I mean, this is kind of you coach all year for this, or even your whole career to get here and get close as you can. It's great competition. It's one of the best teams ever. And like I've always said, I like our locker room. I like what's in there, and I'm just proud of them and what they do every night, and whatever happens.
You said last night that you said already all we did was pull even. We didn't do anything. How
right.
in tune do you feel like your guys are on that
Oh no,
side?
they know that we have to get back to get down to normal sea level real quick, because we got a lot of work left, and we know it's not going to be easy, but also they know now it's not going to be easy. So we're looking forward to it. I think we're excited, but the right type of fear and the right type of excitement.
Mike, PJ said after the game that the Rocks did something everybody counted out. Nobody thought they could do this after losing by 41. Kind of like the us against the world mentality. How do you look at that as far as where y'all are at right now?
Us against half the world? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but the win, they've never lost with Kevin Durant at home. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can go through. They're great. They're champions, and you still got to knock them out. They're not done for any stretch of the imagination. But, yeah, we showed, I think, a lot of people that, thinking when we're down 12-0 in the fourth game, a lot of people got hurt jumping off the bandwagon. They were scrambling, and I would have been one of those guys scrambling too, so not like I knew better. But it's just good to see the guys respond and play hard, and whatever happens. We've always said that, so what? We'll go to the next thing, but they showed a lot of heart. All right, guys.